friends, it's Manda T. So today I am going to make sausage rolls which have got a bit of bacon in and an apple in. Never made them before, so as usual, let's film me doing it. Hope everybody is well. So I'm going to tell you what my ingredients are. I have got a packet of puff pastry. Wanted to get the ready rolled stuff, but they run out, so I've had to buy it in a block, which means I'm going to have to roll it out myself. But never mind. I have got some sausage meat, which is 454 grams. Okay. I've got one apple, which I have already peeled and I'm going to chop up. I've got salt and pepper. Got some dried parsley, because I haven't got any fresh parsley. And I'm going to use some plain flour to roll out my pastry. And over here I have already cooked some bacon. I've got three rashers of bacon, which I chopped up and fried off very gently. Is that hot? No, it's fine. So you may notice I've got slightly different surroundings today because my kitchen is in the middle of being done. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my chopped up bacon into a mixing bowl. And because my kitchen's being done, I don't actually know where my proper mixing bowl is, so I'm going to have to use a glass bowl that I've found. And then, ooh, this looks a bit revolting, I'm going to squidge out this sausage meat. Which, for any vegetarians out there, maybe don't watch this bit, it does look a bit revolting. Can you see this? I'm squidging it out of the packet. I kind of cut a line in the plastic, and I'm now going to just get that out of the packet, okay? So I'm going to mix that in with the bacon, but before I do that, I will chop up my apple. So put that more or less empty packet to one side. And I'll get my apples. Bought a nice new chopping board for my new kitchen. It says dice the apple. Hang on, let's move that, we might be able to see. No, you can't really see, can you, as normal, but hopefully you get the gist of what I'm doing. Oops. And by the way, this is the first video I'm doing since my braces are off. Okay? I had them taken off, I think it was Tuesday this week or Wednesday, can't quite remember, it's been a long week. And then the next day I had to go back and get my top retainer. I had no idea that when you first put a retainer on, it's really, really painful. You've got to push it on really hard. That was not a pleasant experience. Nobody had warned me of that. And then I had to go back today, sort of 2 or 3 days later, to get my bottom retainer. And basically I have to wear these plastic things over my teeth 24/7 for 2 weeks, which is an absolute pain because every time you want to eat something, you've got to try and pull these retainers out, have something to eat, then clean your teeth afterwards and put them back in. But it's only that's for 2 weeks, and then after that you wear them every night. And I think many, many years from now, you then just wear them like once a week to make sure your teeth aren't moving. So obviously, having been through the pain of it all, I'm going to be really good with my retainers. When you do take them out when you're eating, they give you a little container which you put them in, because they'll be really, really easy to lose. And each one is £85 to replace. So you really don't want to be losing these things. So that is my apple diced up, which I'm now going to put into my sausage meat mixture. Okay. And I'm going to put quite a bit of parsley in. About 4 teaspoons, I'm guessing I'll put in. Good bit of salt to get the flavour out. And then a nice lot of pepper. Okay. And then I'm going to try and use a spoon to mix in, so I really don't want to get my hands in this mixture. I will see how that goes. Mixing in quite nicely. Quite a strong peppery smell. there. So I've not made sausage rolls before, but I saw something online and thought, oh, do you know what? I really fancy making some sausage rolls. So when I looked up a recipe, I saw this recipe which said apple and bacon in with the sausage meat, and I thought that really sounds tasty. So we're going on a picnic tomorrow, and I thought it'd be really nice to take these homemade sausage rolls with us. I may even make a strawberry and cream cake, but I'm not going to put that on video. Okay, so I've kind of mixed that in quite nicely, I think. Now I'm going to get some plain flour on the board, and I'm going to roll out my pastry. So coat it each side, get some flour onto my rolling pin and roll it out. So I've rolled out my pastry into two long strips. I'm trying to show it to you there. I've separated my sausage meat into two fairly equal portions, and I'm putting my sausage meat onto my pastry, and I'm going to put it into long lines. You really can't see, can you? Let's hope you can see a bit of that. I'm going to have to use my fingers for this, so I'll try and lift it up in a minute and show you. So I'm just putting my sausage meat not quite down the middle, slightly to one edge, because then when I fold it over, I've got enough pastry to go over the bump, sort of thing, if that makes sense to you. So let's keep going with this. I have put my sausage meat mixture sort of down, not quite down the centre, slightly over. Okay, I'm now going to get some egg, raw egg, and I'm going to put that round the edges of my pastry, so that when I close my pastry up, it's going to be sealed nicely. I'm going to try and show you, hopefully. I'm going to wrap over my pastry round. Ooh, don't want the sausage meat to poke out, so, oh blimey. Oh, this is not as easy as I thought. I'm going to do the other one now. And kind of pull the pastry over your sausage meat, but you don't want to stretch your pastry because otherwise it's going to spring back, it will shrink, which you may have witnessed on another video of mine when I was making, what was it, a quiche with my son Guy. I'm going to just carry on with this egg wash. I've actually got enough, so I'm going to egg wash the pastry. And at the moment we've just got two very long strips of sausage roll, but we don't want to have it like that because it's obviously got to be divided up. So let's get that all nicely painted. I'm going to paint the other one, and when I've painted this other one, I'm going to cut them then into, I think it said this is about 12, so shall I cut them into 6 each? Let's see what sort of size they look. When I've done that, I'm going to put them in the oven on 200, gas 200. You'll have to check if you've got electric, what that would be, for about 20 minutes until they're golden brown, and then I'll take them out and show you, and fingers crossed it's going to taste nice. So let's divide it in half to start with. Ooh, it's quite squidgy getting through that sausage mix, and then I'm going to guess, shall I do, quite fancy quite small ones, that's got too much pastry on the edge. I'm going to cut some of that pastry off, because somebody will just have a whole load of pastry otherwise. I'm actually going to cut these into 4. And you've got to be quite careful when you're cutting, because you're kind of cutting through sausage meat and apple, raw apple. The bacon I fried very slightly before I put it in with the raw sausage meat. So you've got raw sausage meat, you've got an uncooked, I've used an eating apple. Okay, good, that's great. And I'll come back to you in a minute. So what I'm going to do is I've got that sort of size, and I'm going to put them on my baking tray, and I will see you later when they're cooked. So here we are, the finished result, and I have made, what did I make? 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I made 16. The recipe does say 12, but I wanted quite small ones, so even though I say small, they actually look just the right size to me. You can probably have 2 each, would be quite nice. So I think they've come out quite well. I'm going to try one in a moment, but they're way too hot at the moment. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you want to try the recipe, I'd love to hear how you get on, and like and subscribe if you're interested in hearing from me again. Bye.